Live on Stream It Sports and PSC Channel 10, it's Poudre School District High School Basketball. Broadcast is brought to you by Schrader Oil, your local fuel company. By University of Colorado Health, we improve lives from healthcare to health. By Pedersen Toyota, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in northern Colorado. And now for the play-by-play, here's David Haase.
Don't need those girls.
You can see the crowd here at Fossil Ridge High School. Every seat is taken in the house, even some seats that aren't here are taken. Randy McCoy, David Haase here with you. Fossil Ridge, Fort Collins, boys game.
And just the crowd alone brings an element to a game like this, doesn't it?
Unbelievable. We got people all up by us, and if we had to get out of here, I'm not sure. I guess there's a lane down there, but
now we just wait for people to clear out, because if it had to happen, it wouldn't happen quick. No, what a great crowd. This is the kind of game you live for as a player. This gets the juices going. We imagine this could be very competitive games. We expect the Lambkins replaced 5 senior starters last year in a conference championship team, bring in 5 junior starters this year. They've had an excellent season. SaberCats from Matt Johansson have keeping the tradition of an upper-level conference team still going. So this is a game where one team gets to 8 wins in the conference. If you're the SaberCats or if you're the Lambkins, you could get to a tie with the SaberCats at 7-3, and we've got a log jam right behind Boulder at the top of the conference, don't we?
Yeah, and Fossil Ridge boys, the thing about it, they can control their own destiny. They still have to play Boulder, who's at 7-1.
Yep.
That's their last game of the season, so if they win out, they're technically going to be tied with Boulder. If Boulder doesn't lose anymore, then they would have the tiebreaker, which is how they
head-to-head
didn't win it last year.
Exactly.
If you remember right.
They know how that world works. Well, and you get a chance, like you said, to go down there at the end of the year, play certainly one of the top 2 teams in the conference, and as a chance to do that with a win here tonight, that would be huge for the SaberCat team.
So the top 5 places in the conference are really up for grabs at this point. You got Boulder at 7-1. You got Greeley West and Fossil Ridge with only 2 losses, and then you've got Fort Collins here and Monarch. Monarch is playing Boulder tonight. Another big game here in the Front Range League.
Yep. Well, it's kind of separation week. You said we've only got a week and a half left of the season. You'll see who actually has a chance for those W's, and they will make the difference, in seeding at the state level. Big time.
So if you talk about Fossil Ridge, you have to talk about Braxton Bertolet, leading scorer in 5A, averaging 24.4, shooting about 42% from 3, but they've got some other players as well. Schmidt.
Garrett Schmidt and Jackson Everhart have had great seasons too. You've got to have a complimentary player or 2, and with Everhart averaging about 15, Schmidt around 10, and then they've got solid inside play. Josh Grove, Kobe Ripsum, and Cam DeHart. You can run 3 bigs out there in the middle and play with anybody size-wise.
So anyway, you can hear the crowd rocking, the music rocking here at Fossil Ridge High School. Beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado. Big Front Range League game. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Thanks to First Bank and Apple Pay, I can easily buy stuff using my phone. Thanks to my driverless car, I can't figure out how to change this song.
Apple Pay.
Thanks to First Bank.
Wherever it is you want to go, all you need to see is the next 200 feet. That's how life unfolds. A leap of faith. Even if you can't see it, your destination is out there. So just keep going, and you'll get there, 200 feet at a time. The Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
I am UC Health.
I am UC Health.
I'm Matt, and I am UC Health. I've got 2 boys, and I've got a girl, and I think they see me as someone who, fixes broken hearts mainly. and gets people back out there. My daughter, who's 9 months, she'll understand someday that I try to help people, and I think they take pride in that.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
And it's costume night here for Fort Collins.
A little bit of everybody.
People there
through
trying to go the.
Crowded house here tonight. Fort Collins High School visiting over here at Fossil Ridge. Have a chance now for our starting lineups, followed with the national anthem.
Crazy, crazy.
Well, it's just one of the great things about high school sports, and this is one of those nights where you get a chance to make your own legend. First, we're going to have our national anthem. Really well done, young lady. We got to see her once before. I know she's also I believe she's a freshman, plays a little basketball too. Stepped right up and sang the hardest song in the pretty much known world for the type of song and also what you're going to have to do with it. Starting lineups come up soon. First one out for the SaberCats. Braxton Bertolette, first one out for the Lambkins. Ricky Orozco, number 2, second player out. Number 5 is Sari Palacio. Randy Palacio's having a very good year for the junior.
Be a great matchup between him and Bertolette.
Yep. Number 5, Josh Grove out for the SaberCats. Number 12 for the Lambkins, Damian Murillo. Mike Schilling, number 10, out for the SaberCats. Number 15 for Fort Collins, Brian Reed. Jackson Everhart. Number 11 for the SaberCats. Final starter, Jacob Pfaffiger, number 33 for the Lambkins. And number 30, Nick Girardi out for the SaberCats.
Here's senior night.
We've got everybody introduced. We've got the anthem done so well. Time for some basketball.
If that name Girardi seems a little familiar,
there's a good
lady. He's got an uncle that some of us might be familiar with.
Coaches that team up there I won't talk about. If you're an Orioles fan.
Might have a celebrity sighting here tonight.
Oh, I'm sure we do.
And there you go. Mr. Joe Girardi here to
watch his nephew play.
Yeah, on senior night, so he got a front row seat. I wonder how he got that.
Got here early.
Yeah, I'm sure he got here early and got that front row seat. So anyway, here you go, folks. 4-8s. It's what you do. Fort Collins, Fossil Ridge. Here's Mr. David Haase.
Jump now at center. Reed and Grove. Tip handled by the Lambkins. Palacio right away picked up by Schilling. So man defense right out of the gate for the SaberCats. Very deliberate offense you'll see tonight from the Lambkins, won't you, Randy?
Yeah, the SaberCats will have to be very patient, but there's Faffinger.
Well, Faffinger, has played a lot. Started playing as a freshman for Coke Alcarez, and he really has the way to handle that ball. Sari Palacio that time stepping in front of the pass, tipping it, goes off the SaberCats, the end, so turnover. That momentum, that early momentum, see who grabs it.
This is one of the few times that Fort Collins has come into Fossil Ridge, and I don't know that either team is really a clear favorite. These are two even teams. They're only separated in record by one game. 13-7 for Collins and 14-6 for Fossil Ridge.
Still man defense. Fast goes the lane, picked up by Bertolette. Everhart on the defense there, doesn't go. Turnover, Faffinger, the rebound goes up, lays it in. And Mike Schilling went to the ground, and Schilling's been playing with kind of a weak ankle, I know that. And he went down hard. Substitution, Cole Schilling will come in right away, no relation. He doesn't want to go out, he's a competitor, he's going to walk it off. But they stopped play for him and pretty much said, yeah, you got to. There's a whole lot of basketball I've played yet, Randy, so not really a worry getting back on the bench, let that go off, but that's tough for right away for the SaberCats.
You talk about tough, that's Mr. Cole Schilling.
Yeah.
He's one of the toughest athletes in this town, and wouldn't be surprised to see him have a big game.
Bertolette left alone, top of the key, first one's up and good. Can't leave him alone.
And sometimes it don't even matter if you guard him when he's shooting like that.
Roscoe pulls up, looks at the three, doesn't take it. Reed from 20, doesn't go. Tipped underneath, Faffinger the rebound. I tell you what, who kept that ball in play was Murillo. Tapped it to his teammate, easy putback, 6-3. Early going here, Lambkins lead.
I'll tell you what,
Schmidt,
Fort
ball
Collins.
stolen away, and Faffinger tips it.
Murillo missed Faffinger, he was wide open on the...
Yeah, didn't quite look down. Palacio for three, short, rebound, tipped back out. Controlled by Murillo. Palacio and Murillo, both three good three-point shooters for the Lambkins. They'll do most of the outside shooting tonight. Reed splits the defense. Nice help that time by Everhart.
Palacio's kind of an old school point guard, pass first.
Yeah, he's had a great year. Goes to the ground, it's gonna be called out of bounds. He just lost his footing. Now he's having a solid year, 15, about looking at a 12-point average, 5 assists a game, 4 rebounds a game. He tied the school record with 12 assists a couple weeks ago. That's a pretty big game in high school. Bertolette goes through, loses the ball. A little contact, it was called.
And I would say there's probably just about as many Fort Collins fans as there are Fossil Ridge fans here tonight.
Yeah.
It's only about 3 miles away. A lot of students went to the middle schools and together, and then they separated when they went to high school. So
Schmidt, Everhart, Schilling, Bertolette, and Grove. Faffinger tipped it away from Bertolette. He's already had 1 steal. Faffinger's one of those tough defenders. He's got long arms. Schilling's three-pointer's up. A little strong rebound by Palacio. But interesting matchup tonight because Faffinger's got the length. Boy, what a hustle play down by Palacio. Doesn't get it to go. Has a little contact.
Boy, he got down the court quick, didn't he?
That was jet. Grove gets a rebound. He draws the foul. Foul's on Reed, his first. Full court pressure coming now. Still man D for the SaberCats on the SaberCats offense, looking to move the ball.
Which what you like to see Faffinger over there guarding Bertolette. He says, give me the best player.
Yeah. Like I say, that's an interesting matchup because he's quick enough and long enough, actually longer, taller, and got that wingspan. So turnover that time by the SaberCats. 6-3 still lead for the Lambkins here very early in the first quarter. You know, the Lambkins, Randy, you just want to take the air out of this gym. Nice and methodical. Try to avoid the big plays. Palacio, three-pointer pulls up, just short.
They're going to let him shoot that till he shows that he can make it.
You got to go for 0 for 2. He's shooting almost 35% for the year. 42% for the year. Long three-pointer, Bertolette doesn't go. Rebound by the SaberCats. Everhart slashes, stripped by Palacio. On the ground, he drags his foot. That's be a travel.
And these officials are going to need to really stay. Well, what they're going to need to do is stay focused the entire game, because this is a good sportsmanship rivalry, but it's a rivalry.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, yeah. I'll hug you later. Right now, we're competing. Two schools really did all great in pass that time. Yeah, Faffinger was out of position there. He tried to put it right up. Just kind of fed the ball to Everhart. Everhart just had to stick his arm out, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a block of opportunity, huh?
Yes, it was. He just gave it to him. Roscoe's inbound pass
Easy
that time.
foul.
Yeah, Everhart went over the top of him. We'll have plenty of back and forth with the student bodies tonight, we're assuming, as evidence early. Palacio down past Murillo, three-point from the line. Good. Just one of those screens you set on an inbound play. Murillo's left alone in the baseline, knocks it down. 9-3 Lambkins.
Murillo's had some big games this year, scoring-wise, too.
You're right, yep.
Maybe not as consistent as Faffinger, but he's had some big games.
Right at 12 points a game. Grove inbound.
Grove had a pretty good game against Rocky.
Nice ball. It's a good ball movement. Garrett Schmidt knocks down the three.
And that's what Foster Ridge really going to need, some other people.
Got to turn around, play defense so quickly down court. Murillo beats the defense, goes around the edge. Schilling trapped along the sideline, tipped ball away, stolen again by the Lambkins. Easy layup and the foul. The and one coming. Coach Johansson goes right down to Mike Schilling, say, how you feeling? You look better to me. I need your ball handling back in. Murillo, the and one for a three-point play. 14-6 now with 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. 2 3-pointers so far by the SaberCats.
Again, it's been an odd year for the SaberCats and Fort Collins. Both teams have lost games they probably would say they never should have, and both teams have won games.
That's a fair statement, yeah. Last week, well, you got Collins, you could have come out a little pumped up because they just lost to Greeley West the other night, team they had
by 2 points.
Yeah. So timeout taken by Coach Johansson and SaberCats. They trail by 8. You're watching Stream It Sports.
I am UC Health.
I am UC Health.
I'm Pam, and I am UC Health. I find the most rewarding thing about working at University of Colorado Health is that the system really truly cares about patients and outcomes. We are sincerely involved and engaged in making sure that our community is as healthy as possible.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
So we're back here. So far, Fort Collins has come out. Really looks like the more athletic team of the two.
Several steals, deflections, and hustling down court, filling lanes, and just moving the ball. So far, you know, it's like a football game. It's been played mostly at the end of the SaberCats defense instead of their offense.
Most Fort Collins sports teams plays with just a little bit of chip on their shoulder.
They're about several hundred students less than anybody else in town they're playing.
This is a good team, and this is a young team. You're going to hear from Fort Collins.
Oh, yeah, 5 juniors starting, and really a team that with only one senior on the varsity roster says quite a lot. Mike Schilling back in the game now, along with Everhart, Bertolette, Grove, and Schmidt. Grove got good position down low. Yeah, right away. Orozco had his hands on him. And these officials, they're telling you right now, you might get shoulder to hips contact, but if you get a finger on somebody. Saw this play the other night at Rocky Mountain. You know, watch Bertolette breaking out. Good inbounds design play to get the ball in your shooter's hands.
And that's what you have to do with Bertolette, is you've got to get right up on him, because he'll rise up if you're a foot off of him. And not just shoot it, he'll make it.
Schmidt again. Three-pointer doesn't go. Rebound Pfaffinger. Oh, Pfaffinger, pretty drive. Reached underneath, knocks it down. 16-6. Under 2 to play in the first. Right now, they're just going to the rim a little better, cutting.
Well, they
good
obviously
ball movement.
Watched the film from Tuesday night as Rocky Mountain got to the basket a bunch.
Bertolette, nice baseline hanging jumper for 2.
He's got radar, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, and you just got to give him the ball here. You got to get them in the, worry about that end of it. Orozco for 3. That's off, rebound Schmidt. And I like the way Everhart plays. Jackson Everhart's just a classic slasher, your Scottie Pippen type. He gets from that wing out there. It's only 3 steps. He's laying it on the glass.
Well, he didn't hesitate at all, did he? He just went right in.
Palacio on the penetration, kicks back out. Pfaffinger, Reed open, good ball movement. Doesn't drop. Boy, Grove and Pfaffinger just battling. Josh Grove, the bigger player, Pfaffinger the quicker player, and that was just all about position. Grove did a great job of making sure he sealed him off.
Grove's really been impressive last couple of games.
Now you see Bertolette bringing the ball back in Tuesday night. That was kind of the answer for them at Rocky Mountain. Get the ball in his hands, start the offense through him. Stolen. Easy 3-on-1 break though. Ball thrown away. Back to Pfaffinger, kicks it back out. Just didn't have the handle. Bertolette on the run. Sidesteps and gets the finger roll to go. 16-12. Now the lead's cut to 4 with the quarter about to run out. Lambkins had the fast break, didn't capitalize. The carry call on Palacio.
Great.
Love games like this. Every whistle brings a cheer, doesn't it?
Every whistle and every basket. I mean, that was just a layup by Bertolette, even though it was left-handed, but.
Under 5 to play, Bertolette pull-up jumper. Strong goes to the floor, kick back out. Murillo's gonna have a chance. He's got to look up though. He didn't know the time was left on the clock.
Dribble with your head up.
Yeah, somebody's got to help him out there from the bench. So after 1 here, Lambkins come into Fossil Ridge High School, lead by 4, 16-12. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
We're back here as we see some of the dignitaries in this big game. They've come all the way from.
That's how big this game is.
From New York. (16-12) our score here, and it's pandemonium.
Well, a great crosstown rivalry game. You said If it's a bucket, if it's a whistle, whatever it is, one side's cheering and putting a lot into it. The temperature has probably gone up in this gym 10 degrees too. Start of our second quarter now. Schilling, Schmidt, Grove, Bertolette, and Everhart, no change there. Palacio, along Murillo, Pfaffinger, Reed. Schmidt's three-pointers off, rebound Bertolette. Garrett Elder, the senior, the only senior on the varsity end for the Lambkins. Grove, three-pointer off, rebound Palacio. Oh, yeah. Not a tough call. Palacio had a little dish in the middle, tried to slide off.
Well, I think he thought if he hit him halfway through, it should be a block on that. It wasn't a full on.
Yeah, it was tried to slide step, but Schilling did a nice job of just not moving.
And that's 2 fouls. So the young sophomore, Ryan Ogilmiller, Kennard Middle School.
Yep. In the game now, 16-12, 7:20 left here in the half. Fossilridge just trying to hide, double pick, doing anything to get Bertolette open. Hand on there, Elder's gonna be called for it. I would say they're letting the contact go, but you put a hand on somebody, and that's the call this year. College on down.
16-12 our score, 7:08 here left in the second quarter.
Schilling didn't bounce. Tipped out, going the other way. Now he's going to reverse it. That's a good call. Reed reached in and kind of tipped it away. Grove had a hand on it, but I think that the impetus was caused by Reed. Ball movement moving around. Bertolette comes to drop Green, but right away Elder and Pfaffinger just double trapped on him. Garrett Schmidt goes in. Reed was in great position, had an easy block, just got a little too exuberant, brought that arm down. Talk about that as a defender.
Well, you got to go straight up, but as soon as you bring your arm down or make any real big motion with your arm, they're going to call foul, even if you don't hit them.
Garrett Schmidt at the line for 2.
If you're going to be that demonstrative, you're probably going to get a foul.
Yeah,
typically.
It's easy for the official to pick that up. First one doesn't go.
Just ask the Houston Rockets.
That's right.
Dwight Howard still hasn't learned that, and he's 30 years old.
Second one is up. That one rolls out too. Rebound. Reed to Pfaffinger. Reed, three-pointer, rolls off. Elder got away with a little push from behind, gets the rebound. He had Bertolette in front of him, just gave him the slight elbow, and Bertolette didn't have his feet set. Pfaffinger for the baseline, good. Schilling back in the game after going down, Randy, with that early ankle tweak that he's been battling that. You will see how long he'll be able to go. Everhart left alone at the line. A little strong, rebound Pfaffinger. Boy, Collins looks to run every time they can, don't they?
Yeah, they're more athletic this year than they've been in past years. Typically, they would try to slow things down.
Yeah, Pfaffinger didn't get that one to go. Almost had the tip. Bertolette the other way. Knifes through. Going to draw the foul. Just a good job. Nobody stopped the ball. What's that as a defensive coach? What do you mean by that?
Well, you've got to stop. You've got to get in front of your guy, and you got to stop, and you got to stop the ball, and they didn't. But what I liked about Bertolette there is he didn't settle for a three. He just kept going.
It's a great
very,
point.
very heady offensive player. He's still got some work, and defensively, but he shoots 95% from the free throw line.
And we jinxed him there. He missed one, actually.
Yeah. But offensively, he's very savvy, knows what he's doing out there. Body probably still hasn't fully developed.
Oh, no, yeah.
Muscles.
He's just a junior. 18-13 now, under 5:40 to play in the half.
Ryan
Owen Miller, the corner, a little long on the three-pointer. The sophomore a little jacked up on the first one.
Yeah, you got to get that one out of your way, though.
Bartlett trapped again. Another errant pass taken away by Elder. Going down against Schmidt. Tried to reverse it. Should have just stayed on that side, Randy.
Yeah, you got to go ahead and get the foul there.
Tried to make it really hard. Wow. Okay, I think Mike Schilling's ankle, that was a great cut. I was surprised he's able to hold that. Crossed over, came back up, the body control off the glass. Cuts it to lead to 3 points. Kylie in, number 44 now. Sophomore. Pull-up jumper, Murillo off. Rebound, Bertolette. What a pace. Oh, the Lambkins are really
bailed out there a little bit.
Yeah, that was, because they had 3 guys standing there. He turned into them.
Yeah, kind of going 1-on-3 there. And again, we're at Fossil Ridge High School, and that's 2 fouls on that young man, the second, number 2 point guard.
Yeah, bringing Orozco back in.
Just as many Fort Collins fans here as there are Fossil Ridge.
So a timeout taken on the court by the Lambkins. They lead by 3. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
See, sitting behind the Fossil Ridge bench there is one Mr. Joe Girardi, manager of the New York Yankees.
And you may not remember, a lot of people don't. He played his baseball down the road in that school in Boulder we don't talk about. Back when they had a baseball program, obviously it was a pretty good one.
Yes, he was.
Had a pretty fair run.
His nephew plays here for Fossil Ridge, so he's in town.
And he's had a bad ankle, too. That's tough there with Nick Girardi. Just moved into the starting lineup. Right now, though, Braxton Bertolette at the line. Missed his second one of the night. I don't know if he's missed 2 this year in a row.
Well, this is, you don't play in front of crowds like this very often in your career. So
Kobe Ripson in now for the SaberCats. Murillo, long 3, sets his feet short. Rebound out to Bertolette.
And Brian Reed.
Bertolette pull it through. Easy touch. That one goes over the front, drops back in. The other 2 have been short. For the SaberCats first, it's Elder. He's going to try one. Right now, the Lambkins and Pfaffinger that was in the back.
I'll tell you, Fort Collins does not want to get in a 3-point shooting match with Fossil Ridge. I don't care what the stats are. Fossil Ridge is always comfortable shooting threes, and they don't want to get in a shooting match.
Well, that time, Pfaffinger, though, it's just his first foul, but he was way out of position. Credit that to Cole Schilling, who had a great job just putting position on the bigger guy. 9 fouls on the Lambkins, just 2 on the SaberCats.
Fort Collins not.
Some places you might be screaming home cooking about now.
Well, Fort Collins did not have very good patience there.
No, you're right.
Just now.
Well, they've had a couple trips like that in a row where they were running their offense 4 and 5 passes. And I'm sure Coach Alcaraz wants them to get back that rhythm. It's tough when you got your 2 starting guards on the bench. Second coming for Schilling. He puts the SaberCats up by 2, their first lead of the game with 4:02 left in the half.
We've seen a few times where Fort Collins comes out really hot here at Fossil Ridge.
Boy, Pfaffinger is just tough to stop.
We saw, I think, 2 years ago, Fort Collins came out in the first half and then didn't have anything in the second half. So we'll see if they can keep up this pace, because this is a torrid pace for this Lambkin
really
team.
Yep. Well, right now you'd have to say the foul count's going to add up to them in the second half. I mean, there's hardly any whistles against the SaberCats so far. That's just the 3rd foul, and there's only 3:51 left in the half. That's the statistic that really comes back in the 4th quarter, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
First one by Pfaffinger is good. He can tie it up.
I think it's going to be one of those nights here.
Great night of PSD Athletics. Thanks for tuning in to Streaming Sports, Channel 10, PSD TV.
Shout out to our colleague, Marty Cesario. Home keeping the quality up for us.
Kind of a passive trapping zone right now. The Lambkins back out trying to move there. Just got to keep one eye on Bertolette, don't you?
Well, you do. And
Everhart's nice drive goes in, whips him. Just a big, huge rebound, puts it right back up. The big fella stayed under control, didn't he?
That's a man's move there.
Well, and he didn't dribble. I mean, he took the ball straight back up, just as you're coached. Chance for the and one. Elder back in now for Lambkins for Oleg Mueller.
Ogie Miller getting some valuable time here. Valuable varsity time.
So the three-point play by Colby Ripsom puts the Lambkins down by 3. Nice pass in for Tilley. He's going to be fouled by Ripson.
And he kind of does a big man by committee. Johansson does.
Yeah, it's worked in the past. And well, how many times you have 3 players, 6'5", 6'6", that can run the floor as well as DeHart, Ripsom, and Grove can. Sophomore. First one doesn't go. Tiley's second coming. That was off. Pulled away though. Pfaffinger just once again alertly tips the ball back to a teammate.
Brian Reed really hasn't been a factor yet in this game.
Pfaffinger baseline. It's going to be a blocking foul on Schilling. Just tough to stay in front of somebody as long and as explosive as Pfaffinger is.
I believe we've got capacity in this building.
We're pretty much there. There's only
2,000 at least.
There's just a few spots to our left, our right, but I don't want anybody else to come in here. Probably get 5 degrees warmer.
Well, and I think there's more than one person sitting per seat over here on the left side.
I think so too, yeah.
Few people sitting on laps.
Oh, great play. Oh, wow.
A lot of contact there.
There really
foul
was.
Call.
Yeah, Reed goes up, bodied up by Ripson, and they let it go. Palacio back in the game now with under 3 to play in the half.
Monty wanting to know about that.
Yeah, he was up and talking. Bertolette on the curl. Bertolette pulls up after the screen. 3-pointer out and off.
Well, he wasn't able to follow through on that. Kind of short-armed it.
Elder back in now for Pfaffinger. Both coaches knowing they got to use their bench a fair amount. This is going to be a long contested game. And just the heat in the building is going to make a difference.
Yeah, I'm tired, and it's...
Roscoe baseline down to Reed. Spin move underneath, left hand, it doesn't go. Cole Schilling hustles back underneath for the rebound. That's one of those spin moves, one more dribble and you're there, don't you think?
Yeah, and try to use the left hand. There's Michael Schilling.
Oh, but the putback. Cole Schilling, just like on the football field, makes plays wherever you need him. Goes underneath with all the big guys and gets the putback. 5-point lead now, 25-20, SaberCats.
Well, they're going to need a big game from somebody besides Braxton. Braxton's going to get his, but they're going to need somebody else to step up.
Palacio, nice job just going to the rim, draws the foul on Schilling. Palacio go to the line. He's shooting over 90% for the year, too. Oh, excuse me, 84%, which is no small shakes either.
That's close to 90.
Pretty fair. 1:40 left here in the half. You're watching PSD TV, Channel 10. David Haase along Randy McCoy producing. Sean Corbett's on camera. Thanks for joining us. Jackson Everhart back in for Cole Schilling. Schilling gets a nice applause from the family on the other side. So quick 2 for 2 there. First points in a while for the Lambkins. Palacio moves the scoreboard. Fafner back in the game. Oh, nice bounce pass underneath. Palacio couldn't do a thing there at all, could he? He couldn't go up and make a play. It would have been third foul. Had to let Schmidt knock it down.
Great job by Schmidt to go to the bucket.
Reed's got to wonder what he's got to do. Coach Alcaraz is. That's twice he's put his shoulder down in there and Ripsam just bodies him up. That's 2 big bodies. They're letting him play underneath. That's the difference between the hand check and the body, isn't it? Oh, Bertolette back away. 15-footer good. Plasso off the pick from Fafner, looks inside, kicks it back out in the corner to Reed. A little more rhythm back in the offense with your point guard in there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, and having a great year.
Jumper short. Well, I'll tell you what, if it goes to the ground, Fafner's on his way there. It's going to be off of Schilling. Palacio and Fafner hustling in on that offensive boards.
Reed's just a little tight. He's got to loosen up and relax a little bit.
A little situational substitution here. Grove back in for Everhart. Just trying to plug the middle. Foul on Ripsam underneath, just a grab.
Very familiar officials here. I don't know their names, but
we've seen them.
Seen them many times. So.
And we're fortunate here, obviously, in the state of Colorado and up here in northern Colorado, we get good officiating. Cam DeHart, 33, checking in now for Ripsam. Fafner's first. Off. Rebounded by Grove. Under 20 to play here in the first half. 29-22, SaberCats come back from being down early. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Johansson with 13 seconds left. 29-22, you're watching Stream It Sports.
Who wants more peas?
Go away.
Oh, Daddy hates pop-up ads. Who wants
Go
more?
away.
Hashtag dinner time.
Scroll forward.
Choose selfie. No. Selfie.
Go forward.
Delete selfie.
Go away.
Then picture.
Bookmark. Go away.
No, post photo.
Scroll up. Scroll forward.
Hashtag gravy.
The First Bank mobile app. Technology has never been so easy.
So we're back here now, 13 seconds left before halftime. 29-22.
Do a little quick math. The Lambkins are up 16-6. Now they trail by 7, 29-22. So an impressive 23-6 run by the SaberCats. Schilling with the ball in the backcourt.
Both teams with plenty to play for, that's for sure.
Blocking foul called out there, and Bertolette will go to the line.
Again, offensively, some of the things that people don't talk about with Braxton, he's got a tremendously quick first step.
Yep. He's
got great handles, which means he can control the ball very, very well, and he's just a tremendous shooter.
We put the hex on him pretty good because that's 3 free throws tonight, and that might be half of his missed total for the year.
Well, he's still a young man, you know. I mean, he's got all these skills, but there's 2,000 screaming fans in here, and there
second
he gets
one's good. So with 5.7 seconds left, Lambkins will get the ball. That's plenty of time to get up court and shoot. Nick Girardi in number 24 for the SaberCats. We'll add it. No, that's Dane Van Wy. Excuse me. Girardi's 23. Plasto going down quickly down court. Orozco shots off. Doesn't go. Rebound by Murillo. Falls to the ground after time runs out. So after 2 quarters here at Fossil Ridge High School, the SaberCats lead 30-22.
Wherever it is you want to go, all you need to see is the next 200 feet. That's how life unfolds. A leap of faith. Even if you can't see it, your destination is out there. So just keep going, and you'll get there. 200 feet at a time. The Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
I'm Gina, and I am UC Health. I've had some difficult things to face throughout my career, and part of that was dealing with the cancer journey of both of my parents, and I was diagnosed with cancer myself. There's so much that I can bring to my patients because I do understand, and I think that that helps me to be a better cancer doctor.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
I like easy. That's why I got this self-driving car. And why I signed up for the First Bank Anywhere account. It warns me if there's ever trouble. And with 24-hour customer support, I can get help right away. Sorry. No lock!
Easy should be new Anywhere account, only at First Bank.
Joined at halftime now by Kevin Lytle from the Coloradoan in a very hot gym and a very heated contest where the Lambkins took off, but the SaberCats answered.
Yeah, tail of 2 quarters there. Fort Collins started really well. They were pressuring a lot in the backcourt, got some early turnovers, really easy buckets, built up a 10-point lead there early in the first. And then you kind of saw Fossil settle down, take a little bit better control of the ball. And then the second quarter, they really did that. Didn't really have any big turnovers, led to buckets. Were able to score some. Bertolet was getting some, and then some other guys got
the other guys being, from Cole Schilling to put back, Mike Schilling in a couple plays. Ripsum had some nice plays underneath and good rotation between him and Grove under the bucket. One of the things I'm looking forward to the second half, a big foul count early on the Lambkins.
Yeah, they got a lot of fouls early. They're actually lucky. I think that Fossil didn't shoot more free throws than they did, and they're lucky. Bertolet, I think, missed 3. Missed 3. He probably hasn't missed 3 all year combined.
That's a story right there. Yeah.
So that's some free points that Collins didn't give up. So that's big. They're gonna have to watch out. Pfaffinger's the big one. He has 2. You can't get him in foul trouble because he's their offense right now. He's playing great tonight and all season.
Well, and the effort I see from Pfaffinger. I mean, if the ball's in the air on either end, he's on his way to it.
Yeah, how many times has there been a ball up that he's tipped back to someone? He's not getting the rebound on that play. But he's really playing great. He's flying around right now.
Well, we saw a little bit of one of those games where it matters. I'm going back out there. Mike Schilling early. He's been playing with a weak ankle. Goes down, obviously tweaks it, and I think Coach Johansson said, "You're okay. Go back in."
Yeah, I think they agreed on that one. That's one of those you feel it for a minute, then say, "Whatever, I'll rub it off." Get going. You don't want to miss a game like this.
Well, this is why you play high school sports with situations like this, where you've got a packed gym and the place is rocking. Every whistle, every made basket has an eruption of sound, and it's just what a great environment.
Yeah, I mean the student section's kind of dueling back and forth. This is a great one. This is what you expect every time Fossil and Collins meet. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to have a great second half here. Collins isn't going away. I think style of play was a little bit more in the way Fossil would like. I mean, last year's game was 43-40, so just look at point totals right now, and that tells you it's a little higher scoring than Collins probably wants.
Well, we talked about earlier in the broadcast, too, that the time that you've got left in these conference games, there's only a couple left. If you're Fossil Ridge, if you can get a victory here tonight, you control your own destiny.
Yep, exactly. Fossil, it looks like Boulder was going to win tonight, so they're going to stay ahead. But if Fossil Ridge wins out, they win the conference via tiebreakers. So it's all in their hands, but they're going to have to weather a storm here. Collins is going to be coming. They missed some threes, open looks that they hit a lot of times. So if those start dropping, watch out. You know, Roscoe had some good looks. Marilla had a couple good ones. If those start falling, things can really turn quickly.
Well, thanks again joining us here at halftime. Kevin Lytle of Colorado. Check him out online and on Twitter handle is
@Kevin_Lytle.
Thanks again. We'll see you here in the second half.
Wherever it is you want to go, all you need to see is the next 200 feet. That's how life unfolds. A leap of faith. Even if you can't see it, your destination is out there. So just keep going, and you'll get there. 200 feet at a time. The Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
I'm Gina, and I am UC Health. I've had some difficult things to face throughout my career, and part of that was dealing with the cancer journey of both of my parents, and I was diagnosed with cancer myself. There's so much that I can bring to my patients because I do understand, and I think that helps me to be a better cancer doctor.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
I like easy. That's why I got this self-driving car. And why I signed up for the First Bank Anywhere account. It warns me if there's ever trouble. And with 24-hour customer support, I can get help right away. Sorry. No lock!
Easy should be easy. The new Anywhere account, only at First Bank.
Wherever it is you want to go, all you need to see is the next 200 feet. That's how life unfolds. A leap of faith. Even if you can't see it, your destination is out there. So just keep going, and you'll get there. 200 feet at a time. The Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
So we're back here getting ready for the second half. 30-22, Fossil Ridge ahead.
What a great first half, and as Kevin Lytle from Colorado joined us at halftime, talking about there's still a lot of basketball we played here tonight.
Well, Fort Collins came out really hot, and then kind of get a cold streak. They're probably fortunate they're only down by 8.
Well, the foul trouble put your starting guards on the bench, and things kind of settled down. As he said, it really became Fossil's second quarter.
Good shot there of the roller coaster. Good job by our cameraman, Sean Corbett. Now Fort Collins is going to do something over there.
We've got a lot of student spirit here tonight, don't we?
Several hundreds of students in here.
Yeah. What a great crowd. Just a great city game. This matchup here at Fossil Ridge High School. Brought to you by Stream It Sports. Thanks again to Phil Mildren and his company. Taking off in high school athletics.
The new media.
You watch us online worldwide. Start of our third quarter now. Palacio, Faffinger, Murillo, Orozco, and Reed. Grove, Schilling, Bertolette, Everhart, and Schmidt.
And if you're Fort Collins, you've really got to come out and set the tone again that gave you that 10-point lead early on,
Well, yeah,
which was pressure.
You're down by 8. You got to start chipping away right away here. Entry pass that time, a little too tough to handle. That was a short throw. Drop picked back up by the SaberCats. Grove, tough, goes in the middle. Nice job by Everhart, just stopped it in there. Didn't get it to fall, though. Gets his own rebound. Faffinger had it, or Reed had it, just tipped back right to Everhart's hands. He gets the bunny.
Fossil Ridge going after their 15th win of the season against 6 defeats. Similar to record last year, ended up 18-7.
Another solid season in a tough conference.
One of the tougher years for this conference. Faffinger
went hard there. I thought he was going to get hit, didn't he? And Everhart just kind of let him go by. Quickly the other way, though. Garrett Schmidt finishes.
Well, and Fossil Ridge playing some great team ball there.
Good ball movement. 12-point lead now, early out of the gate. Reed, crossover, goes to the middle. Gonna get the end. Nope, doesn't get to fall. Draws the foul on Grove. That's one of the luxuries of the SaberCats have. They've got 15 fouls in the post, don't they?
Yes, they do, and they might end up using all of them.
First one by Reed is up, falls over the top. Second one coming. That's good. Full court pressure being put on right now by the SaberCats. SaberCats break it easily. Just kind of a passive way to get it out of his hands. Murillo goes backside. Oh, nice look underneath. Cutting Everhart lays it in for the easy. You talk about team ball there, that's the way to do it.
Well, what you do is you drive the buck and you get somebody to move over on you, and then you just throw it to the open man when there's a double team. It's about as simple as you can get in basketball, and Reed has not been able to get untracked.
Yeah. He's got a good shot from the outside, but every one of those has been the front of the rim. Very cold shooting night from behind the arc for the Lambkins. I think they've got just the one. Schilling, little runner in the middle, spins around, doesn't go. Grove goes over the top and is going to be called for the foul. Orozco back in the game now for Elder.
Thing that you don't want to get too far down because Fossil Ridge can hit their free throws.
Yep. Well, I say you just got to chip away one. Now you've already given up 4 since the quarter started. Palacio, with his foul trouble, sat more than half of the first half alone. So a lot of points were on your bench. Fafner for 3. That one's short too. Now if you're the SaberCats, Randy, run your offense, take your time, don't have to be in a hurry, be smart. You can't stop though, can you?
No, Fort Collins seems a little tired to me. They came out with so much energy to start. Have not returned back to that yet.
I'd say a lot. I mean, lot of balls short. I mean, if that's legs, wherever you want to say it, but boy, they probably expended a lot of energy trying to come back against Greeley West the other day, and Everhart in the middle. That's going to be offense. Going to travel. Okay, he's probably better off getting the call.
Both teams had really stressful
hard games on Tuesday. Had to work for him, yep. The Everhart just put his shoulder down, tried to go through the defender there, but had to walk to get around him. Palacio, the three. That one's good.
And boy, they needed that.
Definitely.
As a cold drink,
outside.
As a cold drink of water right there.
SaberCats trapped again on the backside. Everhart just goes in, backspin goes around, gets the ball up again.
Oh, he's a bulldog under there, isn't he?
Wow, the official on this side called the ball through 4 players, and the official 4 foot away didn't think to use the whistle. Coach Alcaraz is up going, how do you see that? Well, Coach Johansson's working on one of the other officials. All the action's not on the court, is it?
No, it's not. Well, again, you know, they're friends, probably talking about dinner plans.
But the next call I don't like, I'll be back with you. Everhart, good solid 2 for 2 there.
Boy, Everhart's come out and been the difference in this third quarter already, hasn't he?
Yep, 38-26.
A lot of energy.
4:06 left in the third quarter.
He's one of those guys that doesn't necessarily do anything really great, but he's really, really solid and plays hard.
Palacio thought about the 3 there, trying to stay within the framework of the offense. That shot's up and good. Roscoe knocks it down, brings the lead down to 9. If you can trade 3 for 2 for a while, that's not bad. They need some stops, though. SaberCats been very effective here in the early third quarter, haven't they?
Yes, they have, and they look like the more experienced team at this point. Garrett Schmidt.
Yeah, just a great pump fake. And you know, one of those where you shoot within your range, took the step up, that mid-range jumper, nailed it. Palacio, the next 3 is up and good. Down court now, Schilling picked up a Palacio outside man defense. Palacio just ran at Bertolette, almost got the strip, ball's on the ground. Bertolette retains it. But that's what you do when you got somebody, you just run at him, don't you?
Yeah, he's got to give up the ball. You got to make him give up the ball. Fossil Ridge has had several layups with just kind of give and go. Or
exactly, well, and then they've made them. There's been a couple that the Lambkins have had, and they didn't make theirs. Reed goes to the floor and is tied up. Arrow possession to the SaberCats. Schilling will inbounds.
So I say Fossil Ridge looks like the more experienced team. That's the third quarter. They didn't in the first quarter. And that's the tale of both these teams this year. Both teams, again, have had great wins, and they've had scratch-your-head losses.
Yep. Bertolette did a nice job that time. He had Pfaffinger close to him, and he just extended his arms through the defense, and Pfaffinger hooks him. That's 3 fouls here with 2:35 left in the third on Pfaffinger. It's a great job of just going into Everhart right away. He's got Murillo, smaller player on his back, and just elevates over the top. 10 points again, the lead.
You know who he reminds me of? An old Mizzou guy named Al Eberhard. Plays a lot like he did.
Palacio, nice shake and bake, kicks it back out to Reed. Palacio back in the corner.
Unsure of himself now, you can see.
Yeah, he's just not had the stroke tonight. And Bertolette, nice job on Roscoe.
Bertolette got hit in the face.
That happens. Wow, that could be. That's the answer. What Reed's got to do: put the ball on the floor, go around, draw the foul.
Well, you just got to be more relentless, really, that's what's going to require to win this game, especially for Fort Collins now, because they've dug themselves a hole here, and this third quarter's already down to minute 51. So, you know, they're looking at an 8 to 10 point game probably.
Third foul on Grove. Reed And sometimes that's what you need for your shooting stroke. You need to go to the free throw line. Rips them in now for Grove. 3 team fouls on SaberCats, just 2 on the Lambkins. 1:51 left, 9-point lead with the free throw coming. A good 2-for-2 trip for Reed there.
Back down to 8 now.
Wow. I say there's been some big collisions out there, but you so much as put a hand on a hip, and that is the stopper, isn't it?
Well, and I think it's that focus of the hand check.
Yep. It's so easy to do as a defender. Schmidt goes underneath. Well, and Palacio can't do anything about it. He doesn't want to pick up his next foul. Lead back to 10.
That was all about the play, though. That, you got a mismatch.
Yep. Wow, downtown, Orozco drops in the 3. Timeout quickly taken by the Lambkins, 44-37. You're watching Stream It Sports.
I am UC. I find the most rewarding thing about working is that the system really truly cares about patients are sincerely involved in making sure that the community is as possible.
So we're back here. Sorry about that. We had our audio still on.
It is a warm night in a big filled gym.
And there is not if you saw how packed it is right up here around us, full of students, hundreds and hundreds of students. And the opposite side of parents and really just people from the city. This has become really a city.
I've seen parents here that kids
game.
who graduated a couple years ago. Kickball there, Palacio standing his foot.
You've seen some of the Rocky Mountain players here.
Yeah, I see Rocky Mountain's got some basketball and football players over there.
We've seen like manager of the New York Yankees. I mean,
just an everyday thing in Fort Collins.
Just everyday thing. We've just seen all kinds of people. Word gets out. This is a big game, and this is, as Kevin Lyle said, this is an underrated rivalry in Colorado, really, at this point.
Trapped here on the sideline.
You got Boulder and Fairview. That's a huge rivalry.
Trapped there. Nice job by the Lambkins getting the turnover. Under a minute to play here in the fourth. They can knock the lead down to 5. That would be a +4 for the quarter. Elder back in now. Roscoe left alone over there. Bertolet quickly gets out on him, knowing that he's hit a couple already. Palacio and Roscoe, 4 3-pointers in this quarter alone. Down to 30 to play. Palacio shake, bake, goes around, is going to draw the foul. On the floor, down in the corner. But Palacio's just got that explosive first step, doesn't he?
He does.
Keeps that center of gravity down and extends himself. Fouls on Schilling. Van Wy back in the game now to 29 seconds left. A little more height in the front. Palacio looking for an inbounds. Wow, what a play. Faffinger got it. Didn't control the ball quickly enough. He had an easy little jumper. He's kind of going away, wasn't he? Up in the air.
You could tell they were really working on that great defense.
Faffinger's going to get his 4th foul here in a second, trying to stay in front of Bertolet. Bertolet calmly goes in. Little finger roll in the middle of the lane, left-hander.
Well, they gave up on him. Once he got in the lane, no one else.
Yep. And the answer at the other end, Palacio, same thing, draws the foul. 2 point guards playing at a high level here tonight with the ball, aren't they? And both are just juniors. We're going to see that again.
Yeah.
Makes you wish you got to play a home and home.
Well, we've seen some good individual matchups over the years.
Palacio inbounds, trying to find man. Elder picked up there, got baseline, has to kick it out. Stolen by Bertolet. 2 seconds to play.
Needs
got to get it in the air. Pulls up, blocked. Faffinger smartly sees him put the line. He kind of had an idea he might stop there, didn't he?
Yeah, he had to because he was down to the last quarter. So
we started the third quarter with a 9-point lead for the SaberCats. We finished with it 46-37.
Who wants more peas?
Go away.
Oh, Daddy hates pop-up ads. Who wants
Go
more?
away.
Hashtag dinner time.
Scroll forward.
Choose selfie. No. Selfie.
Go forward.
Delete selfie.
Go away.
Send picture.
Bookmark. Go away.
No, post photo.
Scroll up. Scroll forward.
Hashtag gravy.
The First Bank mobile app. Technology has never been so easy.
we're back here. You can see all the
place to be in the eastern half of the city tonight.
Northern Colorado.
Fossil Ridge High School gym. Well, I think we've actually had a few people leave, Randy, because it's so hot.
Yeah, I think
there's starting to be some gaps on the other side, and it's if you went outside, you thought you needed to dress warm for tonight, you didn't want to come in here. Lambkins inbound, Palacio in the backcourt, picked up by Van Rye. Palacio again, just hard to stay in front of him. That's the third foul in a row he's drawn.
Well, and he needs to do that because that's his strength.
Well, and you get yourself into the game now. It's like, okay, let's get a couple fouls. We're going to be at the line here.
And that slows the game down.
And one more puts him in the single bonus. Best way to catch up is have a good free throw shooter at the line with the clock not running.
Last score I had was Boulder over Monarch by 10, but that's not the final score. Broomfield's winning. They also have 3 losses.
A 2-for-2 trip for Palacio that time. Dribble picked up in the backcourt. That was going to be quick timeout. Had to be taken by Coach Johansson. They're about to get a 10 count. Alertly there, stopping that. Leads down at 7. That would have been a tough one to go. If you take a chance to look at the far end of the Fossil Ridge bench with our camera, Sean, see what it takes to play high school sports. Sometimes you just got to want it, but that's Mike Schilling down there getting a rewrap on that ankle. And that goes to say one of the things we're really blessed with here in this town is great medical and training care for all the athletes that participate here. It's the old, I'll tape it up, you can't hurt it worse, and you'll be okay. We know he's a competitor. He's going to get back in that game. 7:40 left here in the fourth quarter. David Haase along with Randy McCoy. Sean Corbett's on camera.
Game far from over, far from over.
Bertolet inbounds. Van Wy, Everhart, Schmidt, and Ripsum on the court. Reed, Orozco, Faffinger, Elder, and Palacio. Everhart, nice job of just finding that crack, moving it down. Oh, that's good. That's got to be travel. Everhart thought he had a shot, but Reed got in the air above him, and he kind of let go of the ball and came down with it. Travel call.
It's unfortunate because that was great movement.
Oh, they just again they're throwing that second and third pass, isn't it? Fossil Ridge going into a zone. They're tired of watching Palacio run by, weren't they?
And they've had a defensive issue most of the year, not been one of their stronger
Elder from back.
Seasons.
Yeah, it's going to be a push there. Faffinger's underneath that great position. Elder for the 3, and Faffinger's on the backside. 1-on-1 for the Lambkins. That's a bonus save. Officials now, they got it right. Drove back in. That was 4 fouls on Ripsum.
Have a final here. Boulder boys 51, Monarch 41. So Boulder stays with only 1 loss. So Fossil Ridge has to win here to have a chance. And Fort Collins will make it tough if they can't come back. And
Well, I tell you, Reed is starting to deliver at the line. The big man's got a nice shooting stroke, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. 6-point game, though.
Shooter's roll, falls back in. 5 points, the closest the Lambkins have been since late second quarter. 7 minutes left in the game here at Fossil Ridge High School. Front Range League Conference play. Palacio with the steal, takes it away. Picked up by a teammate. Lambkins have got 3-on-3. Well, Pfaffinger just does a nice job of elevating in the lane, doesn't he?
He does. Pfaffinger and Everhart play similar games.
Bertolette goes down, blocked by Reed. But tell you what, Josh Grove turns around, baby hook, gets the putback. Timeout taken right away by Coach Johansson. 48-43, SaberCats lead. That's a big bucket by Grove.
You see the cheerleaders there, cheer squad. I don't know what you call them nowadays.
Well,
I guess you
I
still
call
call
them committed. Yeah, we talk about how the athletes practice. So does the cheer squad, the band, the dance squad. We saw at halftime. There is a lot of effort put into all these activities, these high schools.
So 5-point game we have here, 48-43. Fossil Ridge High School ahead of Fort Collins High School. These schools a mere 2 to 3 miles away. Front Range League.
Lambkins will inbound after the made basket, putting the SaberCats back up by 5. 6.5 minutes to play here in the game. Roscoe, Elder, Pfaffinger, Reed, and Palacio. Everhart, Bertolette, Cole Schilling, Garrett Schmidt, and Josh Grove. Cross-court pass taken away, Cole Schilling.
Schilling just makes plays when he's in, doesn't he?
Oh, great pass underneath. Everhart pump fake. Easy bucket, 7-point lead again. 2 buckets in a row for the SaberCats.
Everhart, the senior's barking out to his team and says, let's go. That's what he's supposed to be doing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, your last chance. Roscoe, long three-pointer, sets his feet, misses. Pfaffinger goes in for the putback.
Just went right by Bertolette there.
Well, and if you got to come from that side, you got to get used to him. You're not used to somebody running that far away, but boy, his motor gets him there, doesn't it?
He's the same height as Bertolette, but he's a little thicker.
He's a different kind of athlete. Foul on the side there by Reed. That's his 4th. 5:29 left the game. I don't think Coach Alcaraz will take him out. Inbound pass that time to Schmidt. Bertolette left alone, 3-point.
That's the easiest shot he's had in 2 quarters.
Exactly, and he hasn't had but maybe one other three-pointer since early first quarter. 8-point lead again.
He don't miss that.
Three-pointer Palacio's up. Pfaffinger gets thrown to the ground.
Garrett Schmidt says, me?
Yeah. Yeah, they hooked him and he got tossed.
Now they're in the 1-and-1, so Fort Collins is going to be able to, if they hit their free throws, they're going to be able to score without the clock running.
Front end coming here. Hard goes down, nice job by Grove positioning, get the rebound.
Students all standing on both.
Good night, Everhart goes lane. Oh, nice dish to Grove. One thing the SaberCats have done a great job, Randy, the second half, is when somebody goes to the rim, everybody's filling the opposite side. There's room to go through, and they're filling those spots, and they're getting looks.
And that's all about just playing basketball. There's not, talent doesn't really go into that. That's just.
Gonna be a quick travel call. Palacio thought he had the three, but Cole Schilling hustled out, got a hand up. Palacio tried to move back and didn't have the time. So a timeout's going to be taken on the court by the SaberCats. You're watching Streaming Sports.
I am UC Health.
I am UC Health.
I'm Pam, and I am UC Health. I find the most rewarding thing about working at University of Colorado Health is that the system really truly cares about patients and outcomes. We are sincerely involved and engaged in making sure that our community is as healthy as possible.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
Do a little crowd wave here, as you can see some of the crowd.
Gotta do my.
Yeah. Well, we won't put the camera on Mr. David Haase. He's back here with a little lowrider.
A little styling back in the 80s.
Look at the fans across here. People from all across this town come to watch this.
They finally played something
game.
for the over 30 crowd. I just barely
over
make it.
50 crowd.
Nudged by that line too.
Yes. Monty Alcaraz out there talking to his team saying, hey guys.
Two good coaches too. What a chess match night they've had to play in and out. Foul trouble. Like I say, the foul trouble for the SaberCats has been at the one place they can afford it, center. 4.5 to play in the game. 10-point lead, SaberCats with the ball.
Well, and you cannot let up on Bertolette because he could hit a couple of threes here. This game be bye-bye.
Pull-up jumper, Bertolette long. Rebound, nice job. Garrett Schmidt goes back up, put back.
And one.
And good.
I'll tell you, the difference in this game has been Schmidt, Neverhart underneath. Just going and finding the holes in the defense.
Yep.
I mean, they haven't shot much more than 2-3 feet away.
No, exactly right. Well, and that's just hustle. That's the old, I got to want to get to the line.
Fort Collins' interior defense has not been good. There you go. Little breathing room now.
Well, it puts it up to 13 with 4 to play. Lambkins have got to get back to that three-point line.
It's hard to win on the road in this series. Last year, Fossil Ridge lost at Fort Collins.
Well, it's the home court is the deal. Lob pass underneath the Reed doesn't go. Still picked up by the Lambkins. That was a design play. Reed was there. Fafker goes in. Finger roll good. Boy, he is just an effective player with the ball on the floor, isn't he? One dribble and explodes. That's just a high percentage shot when he gets the ball in the lane.
Only have a couple more broadcasts for your pleasure. One more week of broadcasts.
That'll be it for Brian Reed. Pushing a little too far away from the bucket. And that will put Garrett Schmidt at the line for the first 1-1 single bonus.
And if you see Coach Johansson, first thing he does, brings in Josh Grove as big man because now there's nobody to match up with him, really. Nobody taller than 6'2" on the court now for Fort Collins Lambkins.
3.5 to play, 11-point lead. Lambkins had narrowed it down to 5 and then to 3. And there's your size right there.
What a great job of coaching by.
Yeah. Josh Grove gets the underneath rebound. Can say when you're the biggest guy out there, take it right back up, and he did. Great reverse layup. Palacio, the 3. Long rebound out. We can tell by the Fossil players clapping they got the ball because we couldn't see it. Blocked there by the student section.
Well, there's probably 800 or 900 students standing on this side of the court. They're not standing on the other side.
2:45 left in the game. Entry pass underneath to Schmidt, kicks it back out. Everhart looks the 3, passes up, stutter steps, it travels.
And the coaching staff looks at Everhart and says, look at the clock.
Yeah.
Got a 13-point lead, and it's 2:30 left. There's no reason to be driving to the bucket right now.
Plasso now at the ball midcourt. Lambkins got to have a little urgency now.
Yeah,
got to get the ball in the air. That was just a pass. What a great play. Grove with a huge block. Plasso comes in and gets the rebound, though. Boy, what a great design play against the zone. Elder, though, with the baseline three. Timeout taken by the Lambkins. They answer, get it back to 10. You're watching Streaming Sports on PSD TV Channel 10. David Haase along with Randy McCoy. Sean Corbett's on camera.
I love the coaching change. Matt Johansson sees the big man foul out. What does he do? Brings in Josh Grove, and he has basically dominated both ends of the court on 2 possessions. Gets an offensive rebound.
The block there to keep the play going. Then Palacio, nobody's giving up. That's what I love about this game. Palacio gets the steal, kicks it back around the horn. Elder knocks down the 3. Crazier things have happened. .2:15 to play with a 10-point lead. And a big Front Range League Conference game.
So if this stays the same, haven't gotten a score from Poudre or Greeley West, you would expect Greeley West to handle the Impalas. You're going to have 1 loss Boulder and 2 loss Greeley West and Fossil Ridge if they hang on to this game still.
So down the stretch, Cole Schilling, Braxton Bertolette, Mike Schilling, Everhart, and Schmidt. Kind of your hands team in here. Let's get it across. Situational substitution. Palacio runs down Bertolette. Crossover, Bertolette back out top. Single bonus, 1 more foul. We'll put the Lambkins at the line too. Excuse me, the SaberCats. They're just short. You're about going to have to start fouling here pretty quick. As soon as you get out of Bertolette's hands, you're going to have to foul somebody. And that's a good one in Elder there. Does it on the ground, doesn't give Everhart a chance. 1:50 to play. You can't afford 15 to 20 seconds run off, can you?
No, you can. And Everhart plays with just a little bit of chip on his shoulder. He didn't like being leaned on there.
Well,
hey, he's been the difference in the game.
Game's
tonight.
not over.
Yeah, he's been the difference in the game here. He would be my player of the game. He came out that second half when they needed him, and man,
Well, and just like I say, finishing plays. Everybody's doing their part. I mean, the evolution of this team this year has been fun to see because Fossil Ridge doing so many more things. Garrett Schmidt, what a great play. Goes up, one hands it, has the presence of mind on 1 foot to throw it off of the Lambkins defender, and they keep the ball.
That's just
Bertolette goes in, spins around, lets it in. Nobody wants to make the and 1 play out of there. Just an easy layup.
Or the
13
post, or the poster.
Block on the far end, be kept by the knocked out by the SaberCats. Lambkins have the ball underneath. Minute 30, down by 13. Elder, 3-pointer, good. No quit in the Lambkins. Quick timeout taken by Coach Alcaraz. 1:27 left to play here in the game. You're watching Streaming Sports.
Who wants more peas?
Go away.
Oh, Daddy hates pop-up ads. Who wants
Go
more?
away.
Hashtag dinner time.
Scroll forward.
Choose selfie. No. Selfie.
Go forward.
Delete selfie.
Go away.
Send picture.
Bookmark. Go away.
No, post photo.
Scroll up. Scroll forward.
Hashtag gravy.
The First Bank mobile app. Technology has never been so easy.
See, some of the crowd is rocking out. See over on the front row over there, Coach Manager Joe Girardi of the New York Yankees come to watch his nephew play here on watch the Fossil Ridge SaberCats with a 10-point lead here, a minute 27 left.
In a game they've pretty much controlled since late in the second quarter. Took a good opening shot from the Lambkins and then have kind of held serve since then. Got it down to 3, but they've answered every time, haven't they?
Yes, what a great atmosphere here tonight.
Yeah. Inbounds now. Schilling back to Bertolette.
This is how you win in high school. You have a guard who can handle the ball and shoot free throws.
Everhart smartly kicks it back out to Bertolette. Oleg Miller on him. Tied up. Great job by Oleg Miller. Ties up Bertolette. Possession arrow stays with the SaberCats.
I don't know how you tell the difference between a tied up and foul.
Yeah, he stopped moving, so he left it there for him. I think if he keeps the move that time, quick foul on Schilling, he'll go to the line.
As I was saying, Ogemiller getting some valuable experience here as a sophomore.
Well, the Lambkins only have one senior, you know, and on the varsity. So this is a team that's certainly built for the next couple of years. And SaberCats is going to have 5 seniors. A deep program nonetheless, but still the varsity time is important. First one's up and good, Schilling. Second one's off. Tipped away, grabbed by Pfaffinger.
Quite honestly, one of the better defensive jobs by Fossil Ridge this year.
Yeah, they've really finished the game. Palacio goes in, gets hit.
They've been
go to the line.
They've given up some pretty huge point totals. Gave up 87 to Broomfield.
Well, that run they made when the starting guards go out with fouls early in the second quarter for the Lambkins, and then they make just a run with no answer on offense by the Lambkins, SaberCats took control of this game. Palacio's ball rattles out, doesn't fall. First one I think he's missed here in the second half. Second one is up. That one falls out too. Rebound Everhart. Under 50 to play. 9-point lead. That should pretty much do it. Foul on Pfaffinger, and he knew it. And he said, I got to stop the clock. It's going to cost me the last 48 seconds of this game. So 2 players falling out for the Lambkins. Sends Bertolette to the line, shooting 1-1. Front one's good. Second one coming. Bertolette got that stroke back. Not the shooting night that we've seen where they've just been fantastic shooting nights. Still a great scoring night. Oleg Miller back underneath Palacio.
Nice play.
Nice look from the sophomore back to the junior. Trouble is 2 points is just not going to do it for you. 35 seconds left, down by 11. Schilling cuts in front, takes the pass over the middle, turns towards the end zone. Oh, wrong sport.
Yeah.
Well, it looked familiar, didn't it?
Kind of looked like it.
Yeah, it felt,
that hit across the neck felt like it too,
yeah,
didn't
exactly.
it?
And he just let it go right off of him. Hustle play by Tiley just to foul and put him in the line. Shooting 2. Double bonus now for the SaberCats.
Schilling's had a really nice game. You know, he's everything.
Plays his spots.
Yeah, he came in and he made a play every time he came in.
Second one on the way and good.
Here Fossil Ridge is right on their point average again.
Palacio, a 3-pointer up off the back of the rim. Everhart gets a long rebound. 16 to play now. I think you can just kind of let it run down.
There you have it, folks. Fossil Ridge.
It's going to hold on for a 13-point win in a game they started shaky and then took control of and held that control for the rest of the game.
They were down by 10 points in the first quarter, and it looked like, hey, But as we've seen so many times in this series, the team that comes out hot in the first quarter many times doesn't win. Last year, Fort Collins was able to beat Fossil Ridge. This year, Fossil Ridge is able to beat Fort Collins. So we've got a lot of teacher stuff.
A little momentum in the front court.
Again,
hotly contested in the stands too.
Fossil Ridge is used to winning these games, so I'm not sure. They're not really rushing the court. That's the only way to get out. So,
well, the students all want to congregate, go over there and congratulate their team. Credit to the Lambkins playing hard. They just ran out of gas there after a great start, but credit to Fossil Ridge for weathering that storm and coming back and finishing the game off like you want to do. Puts them in still position. As we said, they control their destiny.
They do, and really the difference was third quarter. Eberhardt comes in and starts going to the bucket, gets some easy looks, some easy shots, and that really was the difference. So anyway, that's it. A long evening here from Fossil Ridge High School. Final score, 68-55. Fossil Ridge over Fort Collins. Lambkins. We'll be back Monday night, the 15th, for a makeup game. Girls, Poudre and Fossil Ridge, Monday night. So don't miss that. That'll be a huge, huge game in the Front Range League. So for Randy McCoy, David Haase, Sean Corbett, we'll see you next time.
Poudre School District High School Basketball, live on Stream It Sports and PSD Channel 10, has been brought to you by Schrader Oil, your local fuel company. By University of Colorado Health, we improve lives from healthcare to health. By Pedersen Toyota, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in northern Colorado.